Zoax.net. Lesson 2. Using Variables in PHP. For the first program, I have 2 lines of PHP inside an HTML document. You can ignore everything except the PHP code. The first line creates a variable called stuff and gives it the value 14,641. The second line uses an echo command to print out the name of the variable and its value inside a paragraph element. Before I execute the code, I want to make a few observations. First, the variable name is preceded by a $sign. This is how PHP designates variables. Whenever a variable name appears, it is preceded by a $sign. Second, there is a semicolon at the end of each line. Every line of PHP code ends with a semicolon. A single line of code may run over several lines of text because white space is ignored in PHP. However, the line is understood to end when a semicolon is reached. So this program could be written with the first line broken across 3 lines like this, and it would run exactly the same. The second line prints a paragraph element with the name of the variable followed by an equal sign, and then the value of the variable. Notice that the second time, the variable's name is outside the quotation marks. In fact, it is between 2 quotes. The periods on each side signal that the text should be concatenated together as one string of text. Executing the program, we see the name of the variable followed by its value. This is the effect of the echo and the concatenation. Everything is inside a paragraph element. One of the curious elements of PHP is that variable names are case sensitive, while PHP commands are not. Consider this code. The second variable stuff is completely different than the first stuff. However, the first and second echo, with the mixed case letters, function exactly the same. Executing this program, we see that the second assignment to stuff is completely ignored. However, both echo statements print the value of the first variable stuff. If you are familiar with other programming languages, you might be used to variables having a specific type. In PHP, variables can not only change their value, but they can change their type as well. Consider this program. The variable stuff is assigned the value zoax.net, and then the value 14,641. After each assignment, I print the value of the variable and the type using the gettype function. Executing this program, we see that when the value is zoax.net, the variable's type is string, and when the variable's value is 14,641, the type is an integer. The same variable, stuff, takes on 2 different types, as well as 2 different values. There are 2 functions that you will find convenient for printing out the value of variables, printr and vardump. These functions are similar but slightly different. In this program, we have created 2 variables and assigned them values. Then I print out the variables using the 2 functions that I just mentioned. I put them inside pre-elements so that the end lines are preserved. Executing this program, we see that the printr function prints the values of the variables, but the vardump function prints the types as well as the values of the variables. It even tells us that the string has 8 characters. For the final program, I will show you how to print all of the variables that are currently defined. We do this by calling the getDefinedVars function. Here I have the same program, except that I am calling printr and vardump on the results from getDefinedVars. Executing this program, we see 2 sequences of values. The first one is from the printr function. The second one is from the vardump function. Notice that in addition to the variables that I declared, there are 4 others: get, post, cookie, and files. These are variables that are always defined. I won't say too much about them, and you can ignore them for now. However, all the rest of the variables are listed here, and this is a method for seeing all the variables that are defined.